The music world has always shimmered with fame, luxury, and larger-than-life personas. But behind that glossy image lies a web of secrets few dare to speak about. Imagine if some of the biggest names in music were part of a hidden reality, one that could topple everything we thought we knew. Prince wasn't just a musical genius. He was a whistleblower, pulling back the curtain on an industry built on manipulation, dominance, and exploitation. And now, with chilling revelations surfacing during Diddy's legal battle, Prince's long-standing warnings suddenly seem more like facts than theory. This isn't just a story about music. It's about power, silence, and the high cost of telling the truth. Prince spent years fighting to reclaim what was rightfully his: ownership of his art, his identity, and his legacy. His conflict with Warner Music Group wasn't just about royalties. It was a war for freedom. For years, his creative work belonged to a corporation that refused to give him control. That frustration drove him to take drastic steps, changing his name, performing under a symbol, and scrawling the word slave across his face for the world to see. But this wasn't just personal. It was a warning to every artist trapped by the same system. His standoff with Warner wasn't some isolated disagreement. It was a confrontation with an entire machine built to keep artists dependent. Prince described the business model as a modern-day slave system, where labels controlled not only the music, but also the artist's voice. He became a symbol of resistance, a man fighting for creative freedom in an industry that profits from keeping creators silent. Yet, even as he battled these giants, darker forces were gathering, and Prince saw what others refused to. Sean Diddy Combs wasn't just another producer. He represented everything Prince feared about the shifting power in the industry. As Diddy tightened his relationships with corporate giants like Warner, the warning signs grew louder. Prince didn't see this as coincidence. He saw it as calculated. He believed Diddy was building a different kind of empire, one built not just on influence, but on control, fear, and silence. To Prince, this wasn't just business, it was betrayal. Behind closed doors, murmurs began to spread. Prince reportedly believed Diddy was part of a larger structure designed to break down independent voices and maintain dominance through fear and blackmail. Those close to Prince say he feared how this power was being used, not to elevate music, but to manipulate people. What was once speculation is now being echoed by testimony in court. One of the few people Prince reportedly confided in was comedian Cat Williams, someone also unafraid to speak against the grain. According to Cat, Prince warned him directly about powerful industry insiders, including Diddy and Jay-Z. He claimed to have hard proof, footage, names, documentation that could unravel careers if ever revealed. Prince didn't gather this evidence for scandal. He collected it as insurance against a system he no longer trusted. It goes even deeper. Some believe Prince stumbled upon a disturbing pattern: artists being lured into exclusive industry events, then filmed and used for leverage. While many whispered about these practices, Prince is said to have had concrete evidence. His documentation wasn't about paranoia, it was about survival. He feared that, by speaking out, he might become a target. In his final years, Prince became increasingly cautious. He limited access to his inner circle and tightened security at Paisley Park. These weren't just moves for privacy, they were reactions to very real threats. As stories of coercion and abuse at elite music parties surfaced, Prince worked to provide an alternative. He hosted his own 3,121 events, spaces free from exploitation, where artists could create without fear. While others used parties to entrap, Prince used them to protect. Prince's life wasn't just about fighting for himself. It was about fighting for every artist coming up behind him. His feud with industry powerhouses like Diddy wasn't about ego, it was about principle. Now, as Diddy faces damning allegations in court, Prince's words echo louder than ever. What once seemed like conspiracy is starting to look like confirmation. Prince left behind more than a musical legacy. He left a blueprint for freedom, a challenge to the system, and a demand for accountability. His life exposed a truth few were willing to face. In the world of fame and fortune, not everything is as it seems. And while his voice was quieted far too soon, the truth he tried to shine a light on is finally breaking through the shadows. This story isn't over. In fact, it may just be beginning.